All right, what is up, Utah fans? This is Joseph back with the Utah Utes Football Digest, and Utah just picked up an explosive deep threat wide receiver in Justin Stevenson from Wyoming. This kid can go downfield, he can make plays, and he's got the speed to do it. I'm excited to dive in. I'm excited to talk about him. Before we do so, please make sure you guys smash that like button. That's going to help get the video out to more Utah fans. Also, comment down below. What are you guys thinking of Justin? Is he an immediate impact guy? Is he more of a depth guy? Is he third, fourth on the roster? Tell me what you're thinking. I want to know. Also, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already, and make sure you hit the notification bell. We are putting out so many freaking videos. So if you don't have that hit, you're not gonna, you're not gonna know right when we post it. So make sure you do so you can, be as up to date as possible. Let's go ahead and dive in and take a look at Justin Stevenson. All right, guys, and we're going to get started with a big highlight from Justin Stevenson. This was the biggest play of his college career so far. Bomb up the just a strike. He's wide open over the top. Let's watch it back. And then we'll let the replays run for a minute while we talk about it. Just wide open, gets a bomb, a strike. And this against Boise State is a pretty good defense here. And he gets open and takes it, gets some yak yards, but I want you guys to notice, they're going to replay it back here, how open he is and how underthrown this ball is, right? He has to really basically stop. He could have kept running a little better. I'll give you that. But I would say with a better quarterback, this is clearly a touchdown. He has 5 to 8 yards of separation on the corner. And you can tell he has blazing fast speed with the separation he created. Very, very impressive stuff there from Justin Stevenson. Okay, guys, and let's take a look here at Justin Stevenson. And he redshirted in 2023 as a freshman and played last year, which means that we will get 3 years of eligibility for Justin Stevenson. And last year, he came on pretty strong, 204 yards, 17 catches, 3 touchdowns. A bit of a low target to reception ratio, but we're going to dive into a little bit of the numbers. And I don't know how much of that was actually his fault. And in the highlight, we just saw the quarterback play, not trying to bash anybody because I'm not that familiar with Wyoming, but it didn't look fantastic. So I'll leave it at that. So scrolling down here, guys, one thing that'll get us excited is 88.1% of his snaps were out wide, which means that he is lining up outside and playing that big outside receiver. Looks good. 6'1", 192 pounds. So he's got solid size, right? And then we go down here, and this is what gets me excited, guys. 18.1 yards is his average depth at target. So that means the average, like, they're throwing it to him nearly 20 yards downfield every time they take a shot at him. So one, that explains a little bit of the lower target to reception ratio, right? 40.5% receiving percentage is pretty low, but when your average depth of target is, 18.1, well, that's not too bad, right? That means they're taking shots downfield for you. And then you look here, his drop percentage was 15%. That's maybe a little high, but nothing crazy. And then his contested catch percentage was 60%, which is actually quite high. That's very good. So very impressive there. What we're getting here, guys, when you look at the numbers, when you look at the film, we are getting a guy that can play out wide, that fits this offense. We've talked about this a bunch of times as I've been, talking about Jason Beck's offense and talking about what we're going to see is we are going to run, and then we are going to take shots downfield. We are going to try to make big plays, and Justin Stevenson does exactly that. I'd say Justin, probably a little bit of polish to work on, right? It could be a little better, but it's tough to know how many of those are just bad throws from the quarterback and how many are on him. But I would say he only has 3 drops and he caught 60% of his contested catches. Those are good signs, right? And if he has a good quarterback, which he's going to have one of the better quarterbacks in the country in Devin Dampier, this is a good fit. I'm really excited. I'll give you guys my final thoughts here in a second. Final thoughts, guys. Before I give you mine, make sure you guys smash the like button. That'll help get the video out to more Utah fans. Also, comment down below. What do you guys think of Justin? Is he an immediate impact guy? What are you expecting from him this next year? I mean, how big of an impact could he make, and what could he be long term? Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell. There's a lot of content coming your way. Even just tonight, I got a couple more videos coming your way. So let's talk about it. So Justin Stevenson, I really like what we saw. I think he's an explosive downfield threat wide receiver. And I think if you're not excited, you should get excited. Now, I don't love the target to reception ratio, but I'm going to put a lot of that on the quarterback when you consider, well, it's two things. It's one, that what he does, like what his style of receiver is, when you're going downfield all the time, you're not going to have the same reception percentage as a guy that catches, that's his average depth of target's like 8 yards. There's no way, right? Because his is 18 plus yards average depth of the target, which is nearly 20 yards downfield. They're just farther passes. They're going to be more inaccurate. They're going to be harder to connect on. But only 3 drops on 42 targets. You got to like that, right? 17 receptions. And he's a downfield threat with clear, deadly speed. And he was able to do it against a team that went, toe to toe with Penn State for 3 quarters in Boise State. So I think that's a really good sign. I'm excited for him. I wouldn't expect him to be a top 2 in this offense. What I'd expect him to be is the 3 or 4 in this offense, where we're bringing him in and we're taking shots. We're going to take a lot of shots downfield. This offense puts up a lot of yards and throws the ball downfield. I expect Justin to get out there. Don't forget, guys, last year, this Jason Beck offense had 2 receivers go for 700 plus yards and 2 other receivers go for 300 plus yards. And that's my guess of what we're going to get out of Justin Stevenson, is he's going to be one of those 2 300 plus yard guys. But that's only as a redshirt sophomore, what we're talking about here, right? He's very young, and we have a long time to keep him on this team, where I would expect this coming year for him to be a complementary player in this offense and make a few. This is kind of what I think. I think he'll make a few big plays, like a couple 50 to 70 yard plays or 40 plus yard plays. And I think that's a great addition, and I think he's a good pickup. And then hopefully as he gets into like that junior year, he can really solidify himself as one of the main receivers and just be a critical part of this offense. So I'm excited, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Go Utes.